Maya.
Yeah, what a different morning. The day after Hump Day, the day before Freedom Day Friday.
The tweener before the weekender.
Yeah. And my neck hurts today. How come?
Are you necrophiliac?
No, for sure not. No, I don't know what it is. Something in my neck. Something, but maybe it's the weather.
Could be the change in the weather because it's going up and down like a roller coaster.
37 degrees, 60 degrees, 40 degrees.
It just doesn't know
degrees,
if it wants to leave
degrees.
winter, Hans.
Well, I'm ready to leave winter.
I am.
You know what I mean?
I'm ready to spring forward.
Yeah, I want to go summer forward. Is there such a thing?
I wish it was. That's my favorite time of the year.
Yeah, me too. Summer forward, completely. You know what? And I think most people would agree with us on that.
I think so too.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think it'd be closer than you think, but I think it'd be like 60-40.
60-40. Are those good betting odds?
It is. To me, it is.
Yeah.
Good enough to place the bet.
Betting odds have been on my mind since we talked about Pete Rose.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. They stay on my mind. I'm from Cincinnati.
Well, you do have something cool coming up for the boy's birthday. Why don't you tell everybody what you're doing?
Oh, yeah. I bought tickets last week. They're going to they're going to do a special event for the great Peter Edward Rose on May 14th.
That was almost like you were his mom scolding him. Peter Edward Rose.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's one of your idols, like your childhood.
My top idol.
Yeah.
When I was a kid. I mean, that's who I idolized my play after when I played baseball, whole.
That's kind of a good father thing. I mean, you guys are going there celebrating his birthday, going to celebrate your. I mean, that's just one of them cool things.
Yep.
Will never happen again.
Nope. And it won't.
And
it's just a memory that he can stay in his memory bank and mine too.
Oh, he's going to remember that long after we're dead and gone.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
He'll remember that with his pop.
Yeah, right. Well, it's March 6th. It's National Dress Day. Interested at all?
No interest.
Okay. It's National Oreo Cookie Day.
No, I'm interested.
Okay, well, it's National White Chocolate Cheesecake Day.
Interested.
So I'm pretty sure that you're going with the Oreo, but I would have went with the
Oreo.
cheesecake.
I'm going Oreo because I can love the double stuffed Oreos.
There's nothing wrong with Oreo. I have nothing against it. However,
cheesecake's on a whole new level for you.
It is. You put white chocolate cheesecake in front. I mean, well, pretty much. You put any cheesecake in front of me.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, it's gone. And it doesn't matter. It can be chocolate cheesecake. It can be white chocolate cheesecake. Right. It can be cherry, blueberry. Yeah, I mean, you name it.
The chocolate one's really good.
Oh, man. I've had a pumpkin cheesecake before.
That does sound good. I've never had pumpkin with that. Ooh.
Yeah, it's very good. It's National Dentist Day.
Huh.
We've got some good dentists around here. That's one thing that I can really say is there are some good dentists in Missouri. Yeah. I know that we are, the end of the joke around the United States about, oral health care.
Yeah.
But the truth is we got some really good dentists here.
Yeah, we do.
And then it's National Frozen Food Day.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you're a frozen food dude.
Sure am. Yeah.
Hey, we could make a frozen food dude.
Frozen food dude.
You could be the National Frozen Food Dude Day guy.
Huh.
Can you say that fast?
National Frozen Dude.
No, the National Frozen Food Dude Day guy.
The National Food Day Dude guy.
Yeah, okay, wow.
Yeah, okay.
I guess it's just too early in the morning.
It is way too early.
What's your most favorite frozen food?
Oh gosh, probably green bean.
See, green beans can be good. Peas can be good, but you're not a pea eater, are you?
I do not like frozen peas for some reason.
Really?
Do not.
I think somebody just hasn't cooked them for you good.
It could be that, but they just don't taste right to me.
Okay, so, my grandparents, between having stuff that's frozen and having stuff that was in jars, like canning things, I mean, there was a lot. But you're kind of a frozen dinner guy.
Yeah.
As a bachelor.
Because I'm a bachelor and I don't cook much.
Well, you just can't. I mean, I've seen you burn water before.
Yeah, you have.
I don't know. It's kind of cool. Did you know Swanson's brought out the first frozen dinner in 1954?
I heard that. I heard that years ago.
You know what's funny? We go way back then, and we think that we're so advanced today.
Yeah.
But they still sell Spam.
Yeah.
Say that fast.
They still spell. It still sells. It is early.
Yeah, no, I'm
they
telling
still
you.
sell spam.
Yeah, exactly. And there's something to that. Spam can last
Do you
forever.
like spam, Ham?
I love it.
There's only one spam I'll eat, and it's the bacon flavor.
You like that one?
I love it.
See, if you just take regular spam and you cut it and
I don't
you
care
fry
for
it up,
regular spam.
you got to fry it up.
Yeah, I've done it.
And then you got to throw eggs on top of it.
I've done that.
And you didn't like it?
Did not like it.
There's something wrong with you.
I liked it with the bacon, though.
Well, see,
the same way.
But that's not even fair because bacon makes everything better.
That's exactly right. And I wanted to make that spam taste better.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. If I said to you, let's go get a maple donut, you'd be like, okay.
I'm all over it.
Now, if I said, let's go get a maple bacon donut,
and I'm really all over it.
You'd be out the door before me.
Oh, I would.
You see what I'm saying?
I'd be hustling.
And now they got bacon jam.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's so good.
That does sound good.
Yeah, and we're getting into springtime and, National Frozen Food Day where you could take some of this like asparagus, frozen asparagus, pull it out, season it up with, soak it in some water, season it up, throw that on your smoker.
Yep.
Or your grill.
Goodness.
You know what I'm saying? All of that goodness is coming out. As a matter of fact.
I can't wait for something.
I even picked up a pork shoulder the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to rub it out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Throw it on the smoker for about 12, 14 hours. Wake up early in the morning. Have the kids come over, friends and family, you know what I'm saying? And then have some pulled pork. You know what I'm saying?
That sounds good.
Yeah. Well, hey, do you want to hear something kind of funny?
Yes.
You remember the other day when we were talking about government waste?
Yes.
You want to hear another story about, well, it's not government waste, but you can see the government waste?
I can. In the story, yeah.
Are you sure you can?
Yeah.
All right. Well, scientists have genetically engineered mice that have extinct woolly mammoth hair. What do you think of that?
Unreal.
It says extinction is still forever, but scientists at the biotech company Colossal Biosciences are trying what they say is the next best thing to restore ancient beasts. Genetically engineering living animals with qualities to resemble extinct species like woolly mammoth. So if you remember this company, this is the same company that came out in 2021, 2020? Yeah. And they're like, yeah, we are going to resurrect the mammoth, the woolly mammoth. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
See, I mean, there's some truth to it because way back in the day, like in the 90s, they brought back like a sheep, it was a mountain sheep, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And they were able to take the DNA, slice and dice, and voila.
Yep.
They cloned it, made one.
Yep.
Okay, so
that's what started cloning back in the 90s.
Wait, I mean, here's the thing: it had a heartbeat. Is it real?
Right.
What do you
think it was. I want to say that they said it was born with some organs missing. Did it? The sheep.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what it was, but it was alive for a while.
Yeah, it was alive for a while, but I think it had some missing organs.
So now, I mean, there's this big movement in the. There's feminists, and I'm a feminist. I believe in women's rights, right?
Yeah.
But then there's this group of radical isn't far enough.
Extremist.
Extremist radical feminists.
Yeah.
That actually hate other people within their own genre of humans.
Right.
Because they're married. I mean, you know what I'm talking about? Those crazy ones?
Right.
Okay, so now the big TikTok thing is you go around there and they're like, well, we don't need men for anything because they've proven that you can take our DNA and you can slice and dice it and voila, throw it in the magic microwave and there's a baby born. Okay, so I didn't believe it at first. So I started actually looking into it and it's the truth.
Wow.
They don't need to create what they're talking about.
Yeah.
They don't need the male genitalia or anything that comes from it. However, every time they've tried to have these, I don't know if I should call it the name. I'm not going to call it the name.
Right.
But whatever form of life they're trying to create by themselves hasn't lasted 30 seconds. That's it. That's all they can get it to last. So, there's something about not something. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But how many millions? And I've tried to look it up here. This is in Dallas, Texas. And
don't that fur look like an orangutan's fur?
It does. Colossal Biosciences. How much money of your tax dollars and my tax dollars, how much of that money went to Colossal Biosciences for them to grow mammoth hair on mice?
Right.
Now, do you, and I want you to keep an open mind here, okay?
Right.
Do you think that things like this are worth our tax dollars? I mean, do you think that there's some sort of...
I think it's wasteful spending.
Well, I think so too. So,
because why would you care what it does to the mice? Like, even if it does put hair on, what did that do for you? What did that do for the country?
So, what is it? Gain of function?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any good that can come from that when they're...
No. I guess the only good is the mouse is now, like, he would be perfect to live in Alaska because, he's got plenty of fur now.
Well,
he can survive.
That's what I'm saying. And, when it comes to, like, I hear...
Are we trying to make mice survive a lot longer now or what?
Well, is it that, or are they, like, trying to, through DARPA or something, trying to figure out some weird way to spend our money to promote some sort of warfare?
That's possible. I mean, anything's possible.
Like, if they're growing mice, like, I'm putting my tinfoil hat on for a second.
You are. Yeah, you might want to reel that in.
Well, okay. So if we're doing this, right, and we're growing this hair, is it so we can put poisonous fleas and then drop them off a plane with a little bitty parachute somewhere over, our enemy? And then, like
a drone.
Have the BB plague.
Except we're going to actually throw a mouse out there on the field.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it would be, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I guess we could call it a field mouse then, for sure.
Well, it makes me wonder, and I get so sick and tired of the working man,
right,
paying so much, fucking taxes all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying, and paying taxes for something like this.
Yes,
just like you said. What if they, they got a little extra fur on them, and we send them over Iraq and say, "Oh, here, we're going to drop you in little parachutes." And
somewhere
with explosives attached to their body.
I mean, the way it's going, it might be Canada.
I mean, like, seriously.
Are you sick of Trudeau yet?
I've been sick of him since he's been in office.
I was sick of Trudeau a long time ago.
I'm glad I'm not Canadian. I feel sorry for the Canadian people. I love the Canadian people. But
I love Canadians too, but I don't like the soy boy.
No.
We're real men.
Yes.
Okay? And people say, what do you mean by real man? If you ask that, shut up. That's all I got to say. Shut up. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Because there's men, and then there's the people that say, well, what's the real man anyway? So just shut up.
Yeah, we're not the feminized type.
No, we're not. And we love feminine.
Oh, we do.
But we're not feminine.
Exactly.
That's why we love feminine.
That's right.
And I'm not saying.
We are just saying.
Thank you very much. Okay, so I want to delve into the dumb augury.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Of some people. Okay, I don't like super bipartisanship. Do you?
No.
I hate when people hate just because the person is not the partisanship that they are. Does that make sense?
It does.
Like, you know what? I didn't like Biden, but I sure wasn't voting against him because I was like, come on, let's do something good for the country.
Exactly.
I live here. You know what I mean?
You never want to vote against your country. Come on.
Exactly. Well, there are people that do it.
I know.
And I want to reach out and I want to nicely glide them in, and then I just want to smack the shit out of them. You don't want to,
right? Oh,
hang on.
You on that one.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Well, okay,
sorry, producer.
So there's some people that are like, look what Trump is doing to Canada. Okay,
right
before Trump came into office. Okay, this is before. This is last administration time. Okay.
Yep.
Here are tariffs that Canada was already using against Americans. Did you know this?
Oh, I'm sure. I didn't know it was this extreme, and it is extreme.
Okay, listen to this, folks. Milk has a tariff on American milk. Canada's does, 270%.
Yeah.
Cheese, 245%. Butter, 298%. Chicken, 238%. Sausages, 69.9%. Barley, 57.8%. Bovine or meat, 26.5%. Cars. Now think about cars. Everybody's screaming because he's putting, I think it's 15% on cars. Canada already has a 25% tariff on America.
Right.
Before Trump came in.
So he wants to make it 40% on Americans.
Yeah, I just want to smack.
Yeah.
Vacuums.
Canadian bacon.
I guess there's a reason, but 35% for vacuums. Cable boxes are 35%.
Yeah.
TVs are 45%. The steel industry, which we're going to put a 25% tariff on. Now we're on equal ground, folks, because they already had a 25% tariff on us.
Yeah.
Aluminum, 45%. Copper, 48%.
Yep.
Okay, so tell me, why is he the bad guy for, like, I understand what he's saying. There's a $165 billion trade difference between us.
Yeah.
Because of that right there.
It is.
We give them they buy way more of our stuff than we buy of theirs.
Exactly.
Okay, so north of us and south of us, I'm talking to both of you.
Yep.
Get bent.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, let's just even the playing field here.
That's right.
Here's the thing. I want to protect our farmers. I want them to protect their farmers. I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But can't there be something where somebody like the little guy's not getting screwed over by this type of stuff?
Exactly.
And it's not Trump. Trump's the only one that's using common sense because everybody else is so damn bipartisan, they can't even look at the facts. And here we bring facts. Like the other day when I was giving credit to Biden.
Yeah.
Can you believe that there were some people that were mad at me for actually saying that Biden did something like that?
I know.
Facts are facts, man. If he did something good, I'm going to say it. I don't care what you think.
Yeah. I mean, he could do good, he could do bad. They all do.
Exactly. So that's the whole point. And we were talking about the chip thing.
Yeah.
The CHIPS Act.
Yeah.
Right? You know, so, give credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
Don't be a douche bag.
Thank you.
Can you say that again?
Douche
bag. Yeah. See, that's, you know what I'm saying. Everybody's acting like a woolly bully man.
Yeah. Woolly bully. Woolly bully.
The woolly bully man.
Okay.
Anyways, so I look at these stories and they're all like, oh, Trump's got him in the crosshairs. And it's like, no, finally, the blue-collar men and women of this country are going to be able to go do something. And do you want to know what everybody's screaming about right now?
Yeah.
The government jobs that are getting cut.
Yeah, and they are.
Well, here's my thing.
We're saving money.
The American government needs to shrink.
Yeah.
The private sector needs to grow.
Yes.
The middle-class Americans need to re-energize and have more. If you want to go out and work hard in this country, you should have a nice retirement. You shouldn't have to worry about medical bills. You should have the opportunity to buy a home, have a car. Those are the things that are in the American dream, and I don't care if you're Democrat, and I don't care if you're Republican.
I don't either.
That's the American dream. I want somebody to come in and make that possible. I feel sorry for our kids today that go to college and they get out of college and they're like, man, I feel like I got one foot strapped by my behind.
Yep.
Because I'm $100,000 in debt.
Yep.
You know, the jobs that they told me that were going to be there aren't there.
Yep.
And what do I do?
Yep. I'm going to add something to this thing. I've been meaning to mention this since now we're on this topic. And I'll reel this one in.
All right.
I was talking to my neighbor a few weeks back, and I told Jeremy off the air about this a few weeks back. But
hang on. I think you did talk to us about the air.
Yeah, off the air. Yeah.
No, I think it was on the air.
Did we?
Yeah.
About my neighbor.
It was about your neighbor and his son that didn't know what he was doing.
Didn't know, and I guess the neighbor's friend who lives in Springfield, Missouri. His son, who lives at home with him, he asked him, "What do you guys do anyway?" You know, because he works for the government. He's like, "I don't know." He said, "And I don't even know what to put on my thing." But Elon Musk wants me to give a reason. He said, "I don't even know what reason to put down."
Well, you know, so it's so hard because
that's crazy.
For years, Greg, they have told our kids, "Go do what you love."
Yes.
And then you end up hating doing what you love.
Exactly.
Because usually what you love, you don't make a lot of money at.
Right.
You can't, you're living hard all the time. Like it makes you hard against it.
Yeah.
And now we see this resurgence of blue collar workers, tradesmen, tradeswomen. I mean, you see this insurgence. And to me, it's a great, wonderful thing. But there's a lot of people that are mad that they're cutting jobs like scientists that are learning how to grow mammoth hair on mice.
Right.
They're cutting those jobs and people are losing their minds. And to me, it's like, it's my money. Yeah. I don't see a need for that.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree 1,000%. Why would we wait? That's wasteful spending to me.
I think so, too. I think that you can cross boundaries there where it becomes fraudulent.
Really? I agree.
You know,
that
it's
too,
just
yeah.
it is what it is, and I think the average American
It can go either way on that. But yeah,
I'm willing to listen to and entertain to reason with common sense.
Exactly.
But I don't think that
I don't
there
see
should
no
be
common sense in it personally.
There's not, and there's no reason to have any special interests anymore. We are the American people are in this to win this, and we're together. And if you're not, leave.
Exactly. I mean,
that's just the way that I look
America
at it.
won, man.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is.
No.
Speaking of American, what do you think of this? Mike Moustakas to retire with the Kansas City Royals.
Well, good for him. I'm glad he's going to retire as a Royal because that's where he did all his goodness at.
Yeah, well, I mean, he did
the
a lot
early
of goodness.
part of his career.
Yeah, well, in 2015, they won it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
When's the last time the Reds won anything?
Oh, gosh. 1990.
1990. So
a long time.
That's been a long, long time ago.
Since we won the World Series. Yep. Jose Rio. Blame it on Rio.
No, I'll just blame it on bad ownership.
I blame it on the bad ownership. But, yeah.
I mean, that comes with a lot of teams.
And it does.
It's not just your Reds.
No, I agree.
How many times have the Cardinals won it since then?
Right. And how many times like the Pirates or the Cubs? I mean, the Cubs won what? The first World Series? And
right.
Like a centuries?
I remember there was that Disney show where the kid wanted to meet his dad. And he's like, when am I going to see my dad? And he goes, when the Angels win the pennant. You remember that?
Right, I remember that.
You remember that show?
Yep.
Yeah, well, I mean, sometimes that's just a reality. How long did the Cubs go?
Forever, it seemed like.
Yeah, I mean,
it was like 1930-something, I thought.
Can you do a Harry Carey?
Chris Sabo coming to the plate. Coming in with a 286 batting average. Hand me another Budweiser. And
did it ever
that's
feel
always
like
what
to
he
you
always
like
said.
He had a big piece of pizza stuck in one side of his mouth?
Yeah, and he had a beer in the other hand. That's always how I pictured it.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Especially from Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyways, there is some really cool news out of Independence, Missouri. John W. Hudson, a musician, an educator, a basketball player, and a counselor, but most importantly, he is a father. He has 2 sons, and he has published about a dozen books. His most recent is titled, get this, Because I'm a Dope Black Father. Okay, I mean, but this guy's onto something.
Right.
Okay, DOPE, it's an acronym for devoted, optimistic, powerful, and encouraging.
Nice.
I mean, that's perfect. Devoted, optimistic, powerful, and encouraging. Taking care of your kids and making them see a future. Like, I just had this conversation yesterday. If you want your kid to be funny, you have to install confidence in them.
Well, most certainly. It's all about the upbringing.
It literally is. You want them to be a hard worker, they better see you do it. Not just you tell them. They have to see you do it.
And you've got to know that as a father, too.
Exactly.
You got to know, hey, you got to lead as an example your whole life.
Oh, absolutely. And, this book's out there. John Hudson, if you guys want to check it out, Because I'm a Dope Black Father, I'm actually going to
I'm going to check into that one myself.
Yeah, and this guy's from Independence, Missouri, like I said. I mean, it's going to take guys like this across the nation to turn the tide, to turn being American back to being American.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Being a real father.
Being a real father. And with that comes being a real husband.
Yes.
It comes with being a real community member.
Yep.
It just comes in with being a decent human being.
Yeah.
And looking at do you remember the days when even the hard men, I'm talking to guys that had these really hard jobs, they always looked at the light side of things.
They did.
They would laugh about
like your
things.
Guys in the coffee shop.
Yeah. Like they get this mean, angry face and shake their cane at somebody and then laugh about it. You don't see that anymore.
No.
Like
at the old barber shop, man. I remember that. You get everybody surrounding talking about stuff.
For sure, man.
Just like the movie, man. It blew my mind. When I seen the movie Barbershop, I said, yeah, that's dead on.
Well, if you want this guy's stuff, you can go right on Amazon. His book's on there.
Right.
Just go check it out. And I want to hear more happy stories like this. You know what I mean?
Most certainly. It gets tiring to have to put bad stories out all the time.
Yeah, well, it does. We're going to turn, though.
Because as human beings, we seem like we reject good stories anymore.
I think that's just part of society right now.
Right.
I think we're actually changing because
I think so too. I think we're starting to hit the curve.
Well, I think that people are starting to feel like good human beings belong in a group together.
I think people were waking up, not woke up.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I remember when being woke up used to mean something different than woke up.
Yeah. It's a whole different meaning today.
Yeah, it's like 3 times it's changed.
And people don't understand what you mean by that today.
Like woke up.
Yeah.
Woke up.
Yep.
And then, woke up.
Yeah.
You know,
right.
I'm saying.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Anyways, are you getting tired of the grocery prices yet?
Very worn out by it.
I mean, I'm beyond wore out by it.
I am. It's put a hole in my debt.
Yeah, well.
And it does.
Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders on Tuesday unveiled the details of her proposal to eradicate the remaining of 1/8 of a cent sales tax the state levies on groceries, and lawmakers in Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama are also calling for the grocery tax reductions. Maybe those lawmakers should call the lawmakers in our great state of Missouri.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Figure out a different way. Use a tax on people that are coming in here to enjoy things like, you know, whatever.
Branson or whatever.
Yeah. Branson, our rivers, our beautiful area. Maybe you should put a tax on that. And you know what? Or this. Or how about if you have to have the tax, which I would just assume shrink the government more.
Yeah.
You know, and then pay less tax.
Smaller government's better.
Well, here's what it is. You either have to divvy up the pie in smaller pieces.
Right.
Or you have to make more pie.
Yeah.
If everybody wants a piece of the pie,
yep,
you can't say, well, you get a sliver and you get a big one. No.
You better grow it.
Well, you better make it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Make more pies.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that they're doing bad, because guess what? Missouri last year created more opportunity. They were ranked number 1 for job creation in the United States of America. That is saying something.
We're on the move.
We are. We're already trending the right way.
And that's good.
Well, here's the thing. You got to keep the guys and gals with greedy fingers.
Yes.
From getting the positions of power.
Right.
That all they see is a money grab. See, I look at it and I say, hey, there's money coming in here, pay off debt, less taxes for everybody.
Yes.
But there are people out there that are like, oh, we want more of those taxes. Give us those taxes because there's so many more programs we can implement that can enrich our friends.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe I just have a bad attitude when it comes to politicians in general. Do you think so?
No, I think your attitude's fine, because I think that's how most Americans feel.
Well, I think you're right, too. Now, this study came out, and I debated on even talking about it today. But I think it's good because remember us always saying everything's about point of view.
Right.
It is. Point of view, right? It's POV. So, study has ranked Missouri and Arkansas in the bottom 10 in opportunities for women.
I don't know.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I have 6 daughters.
Right.
And I see a lot of opportunity here for them.
Yeah.
I see a good life here for them.
Yeah. Your daughter got a second job, and she wanted a second job.
Well, exactly. Plus, she goes to college full-time.
She goes to college full-time.
And that's called responsibility.
Yeah, yeah. Believe it or not, that's not bottom 10 kind of stuff.
Well, it's not. And now, does it have the what some people would consider glamorous lifestyle of like an L.A.?
No.
Okay. It bothers me when people say that, like, oh, my goodness, you should just go to L.A. and try it out, or go up to San Francisco. And I'm like, I've been there?
No.
I've been there. I would much rather walk out of a nice barn door in some valley in Missouri where I get to see the deer. You know, you get a little bit of that morning fog coming up instead of the morning smog in L.A. with horns beeping. You can't get a moment of silence in L.A. or San Francisco. Right. It stinks. Is it okay to say that? I'm going to say that because it does.
I would rather deal with the 4 o'clock rush hour of Mountain Grove, Missouri, than I would have to deal with L.A.'s 4 o'clock traffic.
What do you say? When you drive through the whole town of Mountain Grove in the morning, is there, 4 cars on your way to work?
Right.
Yeah, 4 cars.
But at 4 o'clock in the evening, that's a busy time in that town.
I remember coming down the mountains, coming into L.A. early in the morning.
Oh, I bet.
6 lanes each side.
Full, I heard.
Packed. I mean, packed. And they're driving like you wouldn't believe. Like, you better not be going less than 75 or you're going to get run over. Yeah. I don't want to deal with that. But you know what? I think they got us at 41. They got Arkansas at 46. I think this is all about point of view.
I think it is, too.
Like, what do you mean opportunities?
Right.
How about the opportunity for women in this state to run a business? I think that it's a lot easier for them here than it is. And I could be wrong about this, but
Right.
I know that women can run businesses here because my wife is a successful business owner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was getting ready to say that.
I know many successful women business owners in this state.
Yeah, I do too.
I also know a lot of young ladies that never wanted to own a business.
Yep.
They wanted to have a family.
It's all about the person's aspirations. It's what do they want.
Well, it is, isn't it?
I mean, it's pretty right. I mean, maybe they're taking this survey from people that don't want to work.
No, I'm going to tell you what they took the survey from. There is this trend, and it's starting to die now, thank goodness. It's starting to go to bed, but this trend that says that women that are stay-at-home mothers, that are stay-at-home homemakers, wives, that somehow they're not successful. And I'm telling you, I think that if a husband and wife can pull it together, like I've done my wife's job, staying at home, that's a hard damn job.
Right.
But if you can work together, be a team, and be successful and reach every damn dream that you wanted, is there anything better?
There can't be nothing better than that because you own your own business. You both own your own business together as a family, and you've got that time together that a lot of couples don't have.
It strengthens the family.
It bonds you guys closer, I believe.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I think that this study is crazy.
I think it just depends on who you talk to.
Well, I think it's all about point of view. It's like, what do you actually consider, opportunity?
Right.
What is your
There's a lot
opportunity?
of growth here in Missouri. We just talked about the growth in Missouri.
Exactly. And,
that's what makes this survey here not sound right at all.
Do you know that the same people that think that if you're that and you're patriotic, you're also a failure?
That's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. I remember the first time I heard that, and I was like, say that again.
It's ridiculous. What did you say? Ridiculous.
Ridiculous. No, I didn't mean for you to say it. I'm saying ridiculous. I told them to say that again.
Ridiculous. I mean, ridiculous.
Yeah, you know that movie, that part in Tombstone?
Yeah.
Where they're looking at each other. Yeah. This is the way that I felt when I heard this. Like, if you're patriotic, you're bad.
Yeah.
And I literally felt like I was Doc Holliday.
Right.
And I'm standing there, and my fingers just touching the, the bang bang.
Right.
And I was like, say when.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, because it frustrates you. Because if you've grown up in this country back in the 70s and early 80s,
right, you
understand what Americana was about. Because you did the Pledge of Allegiance at your school, which they tried to take out of a lot of schools.
Right.
It's called pride in this country, guys. It needs to come back. We need the pledge in all schools. We do.
I agree.
I mean, if you're an American, you should love this country, not hate this country. And that's the problem.
Do you know when everything started falling apart?
Yeah.
Is when they started separating Americans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, put us all in individual boxes.
Exactly. And then, there's power in the box.
Yeah.
Screw that. You know where there's power? There's power in the American people. The American people standing together for your neighbor.
Yeah.
The American people standing together with the people that you work with.
Yep.
With your family, with your wife, getting back to American values.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's just one of them things. And I'm here to say, bring it on, because I want some ride. You know what I'm saying?
Americana. And
welcome to tomorrow's show already.
Now, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, happy Thursday.
Yeah, happy Thursday.